My name is Janae Stracke, and this is On Air with Heritage Action, a podcast built for conservatives. Twice a week, we break down in 5-ish minutes or less how you can get involved today in the fight for conservative values. The Biden administration is continuing its war on business by implementing regulation after regulation. One of their newest and most consequential regulations is the Climate Disclosure Rule as proposed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, otherwise known as the SEC. And we need your help to stop this regulation from going into effect by submitting a public comment. Today, I'm going to walk you through this new rule, why submitting a public comment can make a difference, and how to submit a public comment. It's not hard, and we're going to talk you through the quick website that we built to help you do it. But more on that later. First, here's what Biden's new climate rule would do. This regulation would require businesses to include in their annual reports how climate change could impact their business, operations, or financial condition. Even more onerous, this rule would require companies to determine their greenhouse gas emissions and even the emissions of businesses that they buy and sell from. Now, if that's not enough, companies will even have to disclose how often their boards talk about climate change. Yes, you heard that right, how often the board talks about climate change. The immense burden hurts Americans in 3 ways. 1, this rule is designed to undermine the oil and gas industry. At a time when Americans are already paying $5 for a gallon of gas, this rule will undermine American energy independence and drive gas and energy prices even higher. 2, in addition to targeted cost increases for energy, this new regulation will generally increase the cost of doing business for all industries. And these costs will be passed on to customers during a time of record inflation. The SEC admits the rule would single-handedly more than double the cost of compliance for regulated companies. Why would companies see such an increase? Because they will have to hire more lawyers, accountants, lobbyists, and consultants in order to legally comply with the new regulation. This rule will ultimately line the pocket of these already well-paid professionals. And we all know that when you raise the cost of doing business, companies simply pass on that cost to their consumers. That's why burdensome regulations are a death sentence to the American economy and are actually a contributing factor to inflation. And 3, it drives the adoption of ESG scores to create a social credit system for companies. ESG stands for Environmental, Social, and Governance Responsibility Policies. This is a rating system that can be used by the government and financial sector to influence and control companies. In China, social credit scores are used by the government to control individuals, what they can say, where they can work, when they can travel, and everything in between. In America, ESG social credit scores for companies could be used to restrict banking, access to loans, and even the ability to be listed on stock exchanges. Cutting off a company from financial capital will be used as a tool to force compliance with the left's woke and green agendas. Now, we know this regulation is bad, but what can we do about it? Well, the second thing I wanted to cover is how you can make a difference. Under federal law, the administration is required to allow for a comment period for citizens like you to express your concern before a rule goes into effect. They're required to review and respond to every comment. So now is your chance to tell them what you think. The Biden administration has had to withdraw 2 rules because of overwhelming public pressure, so it does make a difference. And if the Biden administration fails to adequately address concerns raised by a comment, it is all a matter of public record and can be used as evidence during a legal challenge. A lot of us submitting meaningful comments can truly make a difference. Which brings me to my third item I wanted to cover today: how to submit a comment. It's actually really easy. We've built a website where you can enter your name and email, type a few sentences, and then submit your comment. Just go to heritageaction.com/climate rule to submit your comment. And here's a quick tip. Personalized comments are the best way to do this. If too many comments look similar, then the administration can simply batch them all together and send one response. So make sure to add a few sentences of your own so that the administration needs to respond individually to your comment. You can share any industry expertise you may have on the issue or how the rule would affect your family's finances. All of us will be impacted by this rule, so just share your concerns. The comment period for this rule will close on June 17th. So again, make sure you go to heritageaction.com/climate rule so we can stop this regulation. That's it for another episode of On Air with Heritage Action. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you heard in today's episode, please click the follow button. If you want to receive a text message each time a new episode airs, text podcast to 51776 and you'll never miss an episode. That's podcast to 51776. Hi, it's me again, and we need your help. If you like the insights and activist resources we are providing, please take 1 minute and help us spread the word. Share this episode with friends and family on social media, email, or text. We need everyone's help in the fight to hold Washington accountable. And don't forget, you are also able to subscribe and listen to episodes on your smartphone. Just open up your favorite podcast app and search for On Air with Heritage Action. Click subscribe and download episodes so you can take them with you on the go. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a thing. Thanks.